Hello, my beautiful friends. Julianne here of Julianne Annette Art. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. If you're new, I would love it if you consider subscribing. I would love to have you stick around. I am so happy to be here with you guys today. I am sharing, we're not sure what video this is going to be. We're going to see how long it takes, because I wanted to touch on my 2025 plans. And depending on how that goes, I might also just show you my January plans. But it's a little bit of a jumble, because my January is also kind of like a Q1 plans. So, but I just wanted to touch on my kind of 2025 goals first, and this might end up just being a video about that, and then the January plans being separate. So stay tuned, but you'll know in the title when you click on the video which one it actually is, or if it's all together. So I do have the Amanda Colors planner. I have not done a whole lot of filling and setting up, because I think, because I've never had a successful planner before. I've tried with my little notebook, the little grid square notebook, to make a monthly planner, and I wasn't really having any success with it. So I thought I'm just going to kind of see where it goes, see what kind of things I want to fill in, as opposed to pre-filling a whole bunch in. But I did tab the pages for the monthly pages with some washi tape, just to make that easy. And I have written some things in, so I will go over those with you. And so I'm actually going to go to this page here. So this was where she had the completed books, or like books to complete. And I don't have any books to complete, because I am still very new on my coloring journey. So I've kind of made just my goals and plans for the year. And so first I have artists to focus on. I also have like my 25 for 25 books that are books that I would like to focus on, which basically is books that I would like to color in more than just once in a year. That's the qualification to be on this list. Is these are the books that I'm hoping to color in more. Some of them are project books, some of them aren't. They're just ones that I'd really like to do more of. And then I have a group with Juliet Colors, Evelyn, who's the coloring mermaid, and Emily of eArt Studios, and Jenna, who is the Fiction Kitten on Instagram. The other ones all have YouTube channels as well as Instagram. Jenna's only on Instagram for now, but they might start a YouTube channel later this year. So we also have a 25 for 25 plan, which I will explain in a little bit. So that's basically kind of like, I've listed my 25 for 25 books, and then our project books. So for my personal ones that are not the 25 for 25 books, like artists that I would like to specifically focus on coloring more of, is Rita Berman, because I really couldn't choose one single book for the 25 for 25 for her. And so I just kind of wanted to focus on trying to color. I'd love to color a Rita Berman page every single month. Teresa Goodridge, I'd like to focus on. I don't see coloring her every single month, but maybe every other month. Even one page a quarter I'd be happy with, but I'd love to try to color her every other month. And then I put Tatiana Bogema-Stilova, and we're going to get into that a little bit more when I start showing you my actual plans. But I do have the Nice Little Town 10, that is a project book with Megan of Meg's Coloring Corner, and a couple other people on Instagram that I am really sorry, but I don't forget their names. I don't remember their names. I will put them on the screen here. And I think I know one of them is Brandy. That's it. But anyway, that is a project book with them, the Nice Little Town 10. But my intention is kind of to do that every other month, and then every other month that I'm not doing that one, I would work in other Nice Little Town books, just so that I can kind of spread it around, because I'm not fast enough at coloring, and I don't get enough done in a month to work on that project book, as well as other books of hers, right? So then another plan, so that would be like basically a nice little town book every month, but not always the project one, alternating between the project or just another book. And then Coloring Heaven, I have a growing collection of Coloring Heavens, as we do, and including a whole bunch in PDF. And so when I say Coloring Heaven, that includes my PDFs. And so I would like to try to get, again, not necessarily every month, but every other month, I would love to try to just get a Coloring Heaven page done. Another thing I would like to do this year is each of the monthly pages in the planner. Like for January, we have this one. And so I do want to make a point of coloring these pages every month within their month. I don't want to get behind on those. I feel like out of all the things that one could get behind on, that's not what I want to get behind on. Drawing in my daily drawing book, which is this Draw Every Day, Every Way. And it is now January 5th today. And I have not touched it yet. I really wanted to start on January 1st. And I think what I might do, because basically I was just going to do it like 30 minutes a day, set a timer, and what I get done is what I get done. And so I'll probably just for January, I'll jump in. And then on days when I have a little bit of extra time, I might do like a morning session and then an evening session just to catch up on the few pages that I'm behind, because I would like to try to finish it by the end of the year. That would be my goal. Also, I was thinking it would be really cool to have a second copy of this book and go through it, doing the prompts, like the daily prompts, in a year, and then wait a year and practice drawing in other ways and do other kind of drawing skill building things. And then do it again, like a year or two later, and see how different, like how much my drawing has improved, and that, I think that would be really neat. So I might think about getting a second copy of this, but I'm not rushing for that. But I just thought that would be a really neat thing to do, would be to be able to compare, how my drawing has improved over the couple of years, having those side by side of the same prompts, right? How I can, really, a school bus on a field trip, or landmark on the route of your daily commute. Like the prompts are quite, 3 evergreen trees in the snow, or a flowering cherry tree. I really want to see how I could interpret them differently. That's why I thought it would be really neat, because like they're kind of specific enough to give you guidance, but they're still vague enough that there's so much opportunity for imagination. And I know right now I would do a basic, flowering cherry tree, but I really hope that in a couple of years I could do, much more of a work of art in a cherry tree. That's my thought. That's what I thought would be neat, to actually do it again in a couple of years. So that is one of my goals for the year, is to do that, drawing in that daily. And then a monthly PDF page that I would like to try to color a PDF page literally every single month. Hopefully. And then some other goals is just like using and exploring my unused mediums. I got the Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2s from my lovely friend Emily, and I really want to play with them. I have like basic Crayola crayons, but Cat and Paste does such amazing work with crayons, and so I'd really like to use my crayons and just some things like that. And I might even make a video about the things mediums that I'd like to use this year and get more comfortable with. My goal for touching untouched books is to try to hit 60, because my thought is if I color about 10 pages a month, that's 120 in a year. So that means if I aim for if I aim for 5 of the 10 each month to be a new untouched book, and then the other ones can be working towards filling books, then I would feel like that's a nice balance between working towards actually completing some books and also working on just touching more of my untouched books. So that's my thought there. Try to upload 2 videos weekly. I find sometimes I upload like 3 videos or 4 videos. Well, sometimes it's 3 videos in a week, but then other times I might go a week and a half before I upload again. So I'd like to try to be more consistent and definitely aim for 1 weekly, but I would like to be able to do two videos weekly. And so kind of coinciding with that is the I want to start like a color along style color and chat book. Like I'd like to do kind of a weekly color and chat, but maybe in a project book where we're coloring the same page together or something like that is what I'm thinking. Let me know in the comments if that is something that you guys would like to see. And let me know also if that is something that you want to see. Like, would you want it to be in one specific book, or would you want it to be like maybe different Maria Trolls where we work on a different page, or a different Hannah Carlson's where we kind of bounce within an author but between a few of their books, right? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And then would also, like, you know, would you want me to work on the same page from beginning to completion? I might even make another video talking about my ideas of that and seeing what you guys think. But we'll go from there. That's not really what this video is about. I just wanted to mention that kind of is one of my goals, is to start incorporating some sort of color along, color and chat that I haven't quite figured out how is going to best work for me. So I think I would like your guys' input to know what you guys want to do to help give me a little bit of direction. And then I have the hashtags. So there's my Matchstick Mouse Through the Seasons hashtag, which is, you know, I intend to color whichever Matchstick Mouse season book is the current season in the Northern Hemisphere. I apologize to my Southern Hemisphere friends, but that was just, I was, you know, it is what it is. I live in the Northern Hemisphere, and that's just where my brain was when I came up with the idea. And then I have the Mythographic Scavenger Hunt 2025 that I host with Rachel Colors and Crafts, where we pick the monthly prompts. And so, you know, originally I had hoped to be able to color a mythographic every single month. I really don't know that is, so far it hasn't been achievable for me, but I'm hoping going forward into 2025 that I can at least do one every 2 months, and I would be happy to be able to complete one every 2 months. And then the 2025 Out of the Box Bingo that I am hosting with Emily of eArt Studios. And I'm really excited about that because it has a lot of prompts for different mediums and different techniques and things that I haven't tried yet. And so my goal would be I'm going to actually print out the bingo card, and I'm going to see how many times I can actually fill the bingo card within the year. I was thinking of, if I printed out on a piece of paper, maybe trying to fit like 4 or 6 bingo cards on the one sheet of paper so that I can mark them off. I know some things, like, you know, the colored pencils you could fill in over and over and over, but I've never colored a steampunk page, or I've never done the Galaxy White Lines technique, or I've never done collage. So I think there's lots of things that I haven't done, and so that's why I want to try to see how many times I could fill it in. If I could get a full card like several times in the year, then that means that I've really worked on doing different things. So that's just another one of my goals. And then I just had a thought that I was going to mention, and it's already gone from my brain. We were talking about the Mythographic Scavenger Hunt. And before I got to the bingo, I was going to say something.
One eternity later.
Was it another artist? Was it another drawing? Okay, my brain has been trying to compute what it was that I was just going to say, but it's totally gone. So I'll come back to that if I remember when I remember. I just wanted to jump over to the coloring 25 for 25 with Judge, which is basically our initials, because it was funny that we just all are either J's or E's, so we thought it would be fun to do that for the hashtag. So the way that we're doing it, the goal is to color 25 books in the year, right? And so Jenna is a moral support and kind of wants to just color some of the books with us, but then focus more heavily on completion of their own books. So it is the four of us, Emily, Juliet, Evelette, and myself, and every quarter we're going to choose one book that is going to be our main focus, and we're going to make sure that one of those books is a book that Jenna has, and then Jenna can focus on that one in addition to their own choices. And then so that's Mythical Beasts I chose, Circle of Life Evelette chose, Wild Mouse Yuri Juliet chose, and then Romantic Country, the second tale, Emily chose. And then we each choose to fill out the 25. We each choose 2 books from our own list that we want to focus on for that quarter as well, which I chose Daydreams and Shooting Star. Now, when I chose these books, that was just part of the plan. But since after I chose Daydreams, Jamie of Jamie's Coloring Love and I have decided to do Daydreams as a project book. But I'm leaving it there because we've already put together the little reel and the post about it, and so that's fine. It's not a big deal. And Jamie and I are gonna kind of do a page every other month, not a page every single month. So yeah, it was still on my 25 for 25, so that's why I chose it. So those are the 6 books for the quarter one that we're choosing. And then we're also doing Reptiloids as an all-year book because it's just like a small pocket book. So we thought for the 25th book, because 4 quarters, 6 books only adds up to 24. It was a lot of math, and it was a lot of going back and forth trying to figure out how to make it work. So then I just put here for the quarterly goals. For quarter one, the focus books are The Mythical Beast, Circle of Life, Wild Mouse Yuri, Romantic Country 2, Daydreams, and Shooting Star. So they will be on my, not necessarily January plans, but that I definitely need to get them done in quarter one. Also my Matchstick Mouse hashtag. And then I've also put like start filming coloring in my quarter one goals. So what are we at? We're nearly 20 minutes. So I think I'm going to leave it as that. Like that's kind of my 2025 plans. Also, you know, I have my project books, which I've talked about before in my 2025, basically the first 10 of them, like Alien Worlds, World Literature by Erie, World Heritage by Erie, Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, and Secret Garden, both by Joanna Basford. They're all project books. Beauty of Horror Tarot and Cosmic Slumber Tarot, and then Ocean to Stars by Lydia Fenwick is not, we haven't started it now, but we're going to start it in April as another project book. Then I might come up with a hashtag for those who want to join it. And then Daydreams has just become a project book with Jamie, like I said. And Goddess, which is this one, which is kind of bumped nice little town 10 out of the project books list and into the artist to focus on list, because I really want to make this a personal project book where I color at least one every quarter. One every other month would be really nice, but I'd be satisfied with one every quarter because it's just too gorgeous not to. And the other one that's a project book for the year is Fierce and Fancy Fantasy Faces by Hannah Lynn. So those are kind of my project books that are going to get a heavier focus for the year than the rest of my 20 for 25. And then of course, because I'm going to zoom you back in a little bit, because I can't choose and because I'm a glutton for punishment, I'm not sure if you can see, but at the end of the 25, then I actually have an A and a B, which is nice little town 10, and Anamorphia. And Anamorphia is Kirby Rosen's, and that's the one that I want to make into like a collage book, ultra pages, just everything in that book. Nothing will be colored straight normal. That's my plan there. So that's why it's an honorable mention and not part of the 25 for 25, but it is something that I would like to focus on more in the year as well, because I really want to get into collage. And that's another goal, actually. It wasn't the one that I forgot about. Still can't remember that one. But I would like to get into kind of junk journaling and just, different ways to explore my creativity. That's really what I would like to do, is get into more different ways, or a more, larger variety of ways to explore my creativity. And, another personal focus for me for the year is to not hold so tightly to the stringent rules that I give myself, and to try to be more free and flowy with things, including how I color and how I choose colors and whatnot. Oh, and there is actually another, still not the one I forgot, but there is another project that is a year-long project, and it is a group who I feel so bad. I can't remember her name at this moment. And I can even picture her little Instagram icon, but I just can't remember her name. And she had this really wonderful idea of doing this double page spread as a full year project, where basically you kind of tackle just an element, or however you want to do it, every month throughout the year, but you get something done each month. And so that by the time December comes, you actually have this beautiful completed Christmassy page, but you haven't spent your entire month of December trying to get it done. Because normally if we tried to do something this big in 1 month, we end up having a whip that we're leaving until next Christmas. So she just had the really cool idea to, that you focus on, and whatever element, like maybe you just want to base the whole page, or maybe you want to focus on one thing at a time, however you want to do it. I'm going to put her name up at the top, like I said, and she's on Instagram. And I don't know, I'm not sure if she's the admin of the group or if Happy Catastrophe is the admin of the group, but you can also message Happy Catastrophe or myself if you wanted to join us on this. So I think that's another year-long project, but it's just like the one page, which is also one of my 25 for 25 books. Still haven't remembered the thing that I was trying to remember. Whatever it was that I was going to say, that I mean, it felt like it was an important thing at the time, but obviously it wasn't that important if I can't remember what I was going to say. So that's that. like I said, I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'll make another video for my January plans because that ended up being longer than I thought. And so thank you so much for watching, and thanks for sharing your time with me. Like I said, mention in the comments if you're interested in me doing some sort of color along, color and chat, like a weekly kind of thing like that. Do you want it to be one book, one artist, or you know, explore different artists, or do you want to see a page from beginning to completion, or just like a weekly chat where I'm just coloring whatever I'm coloring, or what interests you? Or do you think I should do like both? Should I do a weekly catch-up chat as well as a color along type thing? I don't know. Just tell me what you guys like to watch, and then I'll see, because I'm so completely I get decision paralysis when I have too many options, and so I think it helps to get feedback for me. Yeah. So thanks for watching and sharing your time with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Be kind to yourselves out there. Bye-bye.